We've got Sam, a Lincoln fan, who's up now. Sam?
Hi, Flash, you alright?
I'm very well, thank you. Who's your rivals?
Well, we've got Grimsby Town as the main Lincoln City rivals.
Is that a fierce rivalry?
It is. It's one that's it's gone on a bit of a decline over the past couple of years. Obviously, with the way that both clubs have had a bit of demise over the past couple of years. So with that comes a sort of a drop in the rivalry. In this particular case, maybe not so in all cases. Obviously, with the Sheffield clubs going down the other year, both being in League One the other year, that rivalry still, maybe because it hadn't been for so long, or who knows, but that one seemed to have stayed. I live in Sheffield, so I'm sort of aware of that one. But with Lincoln, it has dipped, unfortunately.
And who, as a Lincoln fan growing up, who was your sporting hero? Would it be a Lincoln player? Would it be someone outside international football or something like that?
Lincoln players. I mean, we had a solid around about 5 years ago. We had a solid base of players that the fans loved. We had a keeper that had been with us 5 years ago. I think he was with us bordering on around about 8 years. Alan Marriott, who we absolutely adored, and he loved the club as well. I think he still does love the club, to be honest. He now plays it for Mansfield. We had defenders such as Gareth Macaulay. We had Jamie McComb, who have now all gone on to bigger and better things, and unfortunately probably forget about Lincoln. We had players like Jamie Forrester, who's, as you know, used to be on the show, who's retired now. We really did love the players. I speak on my part, to be completely honest. I don't support Lincoln as much as I used to, and maybe that's because I now live in Sheffield and I go to university there and I'm doing things with that. But I certainly couldn't tell you that that the fans love the players now. Certainly not. And I don't know whether that's because there's a quicker turnover in the way that the players are coming in as quickly as they're going. We've got more loans. We're using younger players that are getting shipped out on loan and then coming back, having a few games, dipping in form and going out on loan again. We've got players that a couple of them are moving on to bigger and better things. I can think of Ashley Grimes, who nearly kept us up 2 years ago, who's now, I think he's now a solid fixture at Rochdale. So players, a lot of the time, unfortunately, in this neck of the woods, seem to be going on to bigger and better things.
So, who's your current sporting hero at the moment, and who is your role model? If you're looking for a sporting hero, it doesn't have to be a Lincoln player. Someone who you say is my hero, and who would be your role model?
I don't want to be too obvious, but part of me has got to say David. It's got to say David Beckham. I mean, if you look at the guy in all aspects, I've got so much respect for him, and I love the way he played football. It was brilliant, but just if you look at, I mean, of course, I think he's got a great a great fashion sense, and he's sort of a pioneer in that aspect for football. But if you look at the way he's changed as a person from where he was back in sort of 96, 97, a sort of almost living the pop star lifestyle a little bit, to the way that he conducts himself from around about 2000, maybe 2002 degrees go onwards, you just look at the way that guy's changed. That is a real role model, and obviously I don't need to mention all the charity work he's done, all the ambassadorial roles that he's done as well. But yeah, I mean, it's a stereotypical answer, guys, but it'll have to be David Beckham.
Sam, can I just ask what fashion's got to do with David Beckham being a role model on the football pitch?
Well, hang on, you didn't necessarily ask me why I think he was a role model. I didn't use the fashion as a sense for a role model. I think he's a great role model for what he does in other aspects. The reason why I sort of take a little bit of an interest in him every so often is because I think he's got great fashion sense. Is that
an underwear fashion sense you're interested in, Sam?
Come on.
Now, Sam, as your massive fashion connoisseur, do you mind if you could just stand up and give us a little twirl, and so we can see what trendy outfit you have on today?
It's a simple purple jumper and jeans.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's very David Beckham. That's a lovely look. I like that's a student look. Very good student look.
Sam, obviously you're living in Sheffield now, and you'll be able to taste the rivalry between the two sides as they're trying to get obviously better and better. But what are you, red or are you blue?
Well, I I did a bit of work on the Sheffield United media team.
So you're a Blue.
You're in a Sheffield United media team.
So you're a Blue.
No, not at all. I'm no, because the Sheffield United guys, not Wednesday. So I prefer United. I still go to. I cover both their games for our university mag, Shoe Life, by the way, and I enjoy watching both. Right now, I'm enjoying going more to the Wednesday games because they're a bigger do. You've got teams like Bolton and Leeds coming on Friday, bigger teams, and then obviously Sheffield United hosted Oldham the other day. So for me, at the moment, I'm preferring going to the Wednesday games. But I guess the way that United treated me as a person was really nice. It's a really great family club there. So if either, I'd pick United.
And obviously, because they were playing in red and white stripes, just like your beloved Lincoln.
Yes, it is the red. I like Man United as well. I'll use the term loosely, but it's very much a red thing at the moment. But going back to the role models, if I can quick. I'm not sure. Is it Marwood that said today about Balotelli not being a role model?
Yes.
Now, for me, and this could cause a bit of controversy here, but I personally, I don't see. Is his main aim in life right now being a role model? No, it's not. He's going out to play football. Who can blame him for looking after number one? He wants to go and better himself as a football player. And if he's a bit of a character, so if he does stupid things, he does stupid things. But if you look at him, he's done a damn sight lot more than a lot of football players have. If you look at maybe some of the players they'll go to training, they won't do any interviews, anything like that, and they'll come back and they'll play on FIFA for 5 hours or whatever. Then they'll go to training and then they'll come back and play on FIFA. At least with someone like Balotelli, you've got many stories of him, doing stupid things, obviously fireworks in the house and all that. But if you look at a story...
Crashing cars, getting women pregnant.
Smoking 40 a day.
Casual.
The list is endless, Sam.
But if Sam's sticking up for him because he's a fashion icon, surely.
Yes.
That's the only reason. And he's got nice hair. That's why Sam's sticking up.
Not Balotelli's icon, but stories of him taking kids back into the school and confronting the bullies.
Oh, we love that. We do love that because obviously it gives someone an arm round them and that.
So is he a role model? Some of the things he does suggest that he's not a great role model, but then some of the things he would suggest that he is. We need more characters in the game.
Sure.
He's one of them. I'm not going to say bye. I'm not going to I don't want him to leave the Premier League, essentially.
No. But Sam, don't you kind of feel that people kind of in that privileged position where they're playing the game that so many people love, don't you think they have a certain amount of responsibility on their shoulders to kind of be a role model or to kind of set an example? He's taken a child back to school, but then again, shouldn't he also lead by an example and kind of show himself? He's being watched by millions every week, basically. Don't you think he has a certain amount of responsibility, especially the kind of money they're earning nowadays as well, do that?
Can I just make one other point as well? As a father, I wouldn't appreciate Balotelli bringing my kids back to school either. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't
suppose if you was a Man City fan, you'd love it.
I wouldn't like it. No.
You'd rather your kid be roaming the streets?
No, if they was confronting a bullying at school, I think I would rather do it myself rather than turn up with Adel Tarat, turn up and take on my school teacher and say, listen, this kid's being bullied. I just don't see the point. You've gone too far. You're a professional footballer. What your point is saying is right. He's paid to play football. He's not paid to go around the streets in a Maserati, talking about friends and going to schools and confronting teachers about bullying. That's just ridiculous.
So you find that bit of positive news that could potentially change a child's life.
Well, for changing life?
Yeah, I'm with you, Sam. I'm with you. I think it was great.
You've got two kids. You've got two kids. Your daughter goes into school and she says, "Dad, I've just gone to school. I've been bullied by little Lucy.
To use me as an example.
I've been bullied by little Lucy, but it's all right. Michael Arteta has just got hold of the teacher and told him not to do. Don't be stupid.
No, it's different. It's different up there.
Hang on. Sorry, hang on. So this kid is, for whatever reason, is a truant. Now that kid could be depressed. Now I tell you what, if Mario Balotelli takes me back into school and I'm depressed, obviously I'm not gonna take this lightly. It's not gonna cure something like that, but it's gonna do a damn sight to improve it. and the recognition that he would get from school, I tell you what, he must be one popular kid after that. If that could change his life for the better, then I don't think we should be looking at it in a negative way, in my opinion.
Sam, we've got to let you go because we'll go for a break. But I tell you what, mate, you just keep ringing because I could listen to you all day, every day.
Ah, Bash, I do appreciate that.
No worries, mate. We'll speak to you again soon.
All right.
You take care. That was Sam, our deluded Lincoln fan.